Greetings to you. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you with Kicking It on the Chase with Shelly. It's just an opportunity for me to just talk to you about a few little things and give you some tips and ideas about some things. I've been dealing with like singles dating, but married people or people in committed relationships can also benefit from this. But what I've been doing is giving um, ideas for safe ways to interact with each other. So what I'm going to deal with today is I'm going to give you some intimacy tips. Some things that you can consider when you're dating, but you keep your integrity about you. Okay. Dating is an exciting journey that allows individuals to explore connections with others. Building intimacy, both emotional and physical, is a crucial aspect of any healthy relationship. For singles, this can be a thrilling yet sometimes challenging endeavor. We will explore some valuable tips to help, you singles, people in committed relationships, or even you married people navigate the path towards deeper intimacy, fostering meaningful connections. I'm just trying to give this adults who are grown, ideas of how we can interact with each other, and that, but keep our integrity, and not go over the top, when you're not married. But these, like I said, these tips can also help people who are in committed relationships and who are also married. Intimacy is important regardless, you, if you're with somebody that you like. Active listening and empathy. Engage in active listening to truly understand your partner's thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Show empathy by acknowledging their emotions. This creates a safe space for vulnerability, allowing both partners to feel heard and valued. It builds trust and deepens emotional intimacy. Open and honest communication. Communicate openly about your desires, boundaries, and expectations. Be honest about your feelings, and even when they might be uncomfortable. Communication is very important. We got to talk to each other when you're getting to know somebody, or even if you're in relationships already. All these are things that can just help to strengthen, the bond that you have between each other. These tips can benefit anyone, an adult. Transparency cultivates a foundation of trust, reducing misunderstanding and fostering a deeper connection. That's very important because sometimes people misunderstand each other, and then because they don't just talk about it, they, you know, could be a wedge drawn between the two because because of a misunderstanding. I'm going to read that last sentence again. Transparency cultivates a foundation of trust, reducing misunderstanding, and fostering a deeper connection. It also encourages reciprocation, allowing your partner to open up as well. It's important for you all to get to know each other. You need to talk. It's not that you have to say. There's no way you can say everything all at one time when you're just meeting someone or you just met someone, and you live in two separate places and stuff like that. Or even when you're together, these are just things that you can think about. Shared activities and hobbies. Discover common interests and engage in activities that both partners enjoy. Try to find something sometimes that you both like to do. You know. This creates opportunities for shared experiences and quality time together. Anybody can benefit from that. Whether you're dating someone and trying to get to know them, or whether you're in a committed relationship or a marriage. It just deepens your bond. Physical affection and intimacy. Now, I want us to be mindful of this, okay? But we're all adults, okay? I'm not advocating. Everybody has their own mind and they're going to do whatever they're going to do. I'm just trying to give you some suggestions because we're all grown and we know how things can be once you're grown. you know. But I'm just giving you ideas in case you're trying to, you know, um, keep your integrity and stuff like that, and interact in a way where you can grow closer, but have the opportunity to get to know each other, but even grow closer, you know. Physical affection and intimacy. Show affection through gestures like hugs, kisses, and cuddles. So be careful of that. But just, you know, gradually progress gradually progress physical intimacy at a pace comfortable for both partners. So we're all grown, okay? So just keep that in mind. Physical touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which fosters a sense of closeness and trust. It also fulfills the human need for connection, promoting overall well-being. You know, you know how it is when you around somebody and that you really like, you just feel like you're just energized. It's just something about, being with that person that is just so exciting and you get hyped up. That's what they're talking about. Respect for independence. Encourage each other's individual pursuits and personal growth. Because people had a life before you met them, okay? So don't just expect people to drop everything right then. Now, if it's somebody that you're beginning to get to know and there's some things that you don't like about that person, if you think that it's going to be something that you're not going to want to deal with, then bow out of the relationship or talk about it, what's bothering you, and go from there, So let me start that over. Encourage each other's individual pursuits and personal growth. That's very important because people had a life before you entered it. If they're not doing anything that's illegal, and they're keeping their integrity, then we should be able to just trust the other person. Usually, if something's going to go wrong, it'll go wrong. Even if people try to hide stuff, it doesn't usually work like that. At some point, the heavenly host expose it. So it's better to stay on the up and up, with your interactions. Allow space for independence and support each other's goals. So just keep that in mind. Respecting independence shows trust and confidence in your partner. I know for me personally, I don't want to be with somebody that can't trust me if I leave the house. If I'm not going to try to hound them if they leave the house. I don't, or whatever, or if they can't spend time with me one weekend or whatever it is, for both living separate places and stuff like that. I'm not going to hold that against anybody because we both had lives before we met each other. If it got to a point to where the situation became deeper and we decide, okay, well, let's try to come together on some stuff, well then work it out from there. Just be flexible. Me, I'm single, so I'm flexible. But I haven't met anyone yet you know to take seriously. So, but right now I'm working on some of the things that I've always wanted to work on, and I'm able to take my time, but also give back to humanity. That's why I do the videos. I do the videos to encourage people. I want to encourage people to become better. I'm not a religious zealot. So for me, that's important. And I want to be able to always do stuff like that, and I'm going to always, and, even though I'm going to have other businesses and stuff, I'm going to still always be trying to give back and help people. So, this is a good way for me to reach out to people. The Heavenly Host wanted me to come out here this summer. This wasn't anything I thought that I'd ever do this way, but it worked out for the better for me. But I just want to show folks that there's some sincere people out here, that are real and honest. Do we make mistakes? Yeah, I make mistakes, but I try to get back on track. If I make a mistake, I say I made a mistake and then I move on, but I don't allow people to hold me back because I made a mistake. So for me, my independence is very important. I'm mostly a homebody, but sometimes for me, sometimes because I'm living in a state,